To further my knowledge outside of high school, I have participated in several programs that focus on the natural world, the first of which being an Envirothon, an academic competition based on the knowledge of the environment. In it are 5 topics: health of soil, aquatic ecology, forestry, wildlife, and current environmental issues. To perform well in this, I had to continue teaching myself about the environment, again sparking my interest in environmental protection. Aside from that, I have had several experiences over summers that have taught me more about the environment. I went to a summer camp at Hiram College, during which I researched several aspects of the health of our local watershed, including ecological diversity and water quality. At the end, I again had the opportunity to share this knowledge, which hopefully sparked interest in others to protect the environment as well. The next summer, I took an aquatic biology class on Lake Erie at Ohio State University's Stone Lab, learning the effects humans have on living creatures of the Great Lakes. Finally, last summer I attended a forestry camp run by the Ohio Department of Natural Resources, where I learned about sustainable logging practices and how to protect the wildlife in these forests. I have taken opportunities outside of school to further my knowledge and share the effects humans have on the environment and attempt to persuade others to do all they can to limit the actions that lead to negative consequences on the habitats around them. Aside from learning and sharing this information, I have worked to change my own habits to help the natural world. I worked with my father in planting over 100 Christmas trees on our property. I have not eaten meat in over 2 years, and I recycle as much as possible. I plan to dedicate my life to protecting the natural world around us by earning a degree in microbiology, with which I will help to work to develop more efficient and environmentally friendly fuel sources to power all that we do. Education is the way to a brighter future. It is my hope that with an advanced knowledge of global warming, environmental impacts of agriculture and food production, deforestation, and the human effects on ecosystems and wildlife, I will be able to educate others and spread passion for conservation to my peers. Only when we know how we impact the environment can we make a change. I have and will continue for as long as I live, do my part in inspiring the simple revolution of the protection of the natural world. Once again, I'd like to thank Protect Geauga Parks and the McCullough family for this wonderful award. I know the scholarship will lead to further conservation, and I am honored to have been chosen as recipient. Finally, thank you all for supporting the conservation of our world and sustainability for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. Our third recipient is Numui Sheev out of Chardon High School. For her whole life, she's been passionate about preserving a healthy, clean, and diverse environment. As she grows older, she is more enthusiastic about what she can do to help. For her year-long honors language arts project of What's Preventing Your Happiness, her answer was the destruction of the environment. She took a trip to Costa Rica with some of her classmates to help restore the rainforest. Costa Rica was someplace my dad always wanted to go to, always spoke about wanting to go birding there. Unfortunately, he was never able to make it, but if he was here, he'd be asking me lots of questions about it, all the birds you saw there, and how everything was there. So congratulations for you on getting there. With that, I'd like to ask you to come up and read your essay.
Hi, I'm Numui Sheev, and so when I wrote my essay to apply for the scholarship, I wrote a lot about having a connection to nature and helping others connect with nature. And so I think that I've had a connection and personal dedication to conservation since I was little. It kind of started with my grandpa, who's here. He used to work for Geauga Soil and Water, and he would walk me through his forests and talk about the native plants and animals and their importance to the environment. And then as part of his job, he would go from school to school and put on programs about the ecosystems in Geauga County. And I loved helping him with the programs and teaching my classmates about their role in the environment. And that was kind of my first realization of how our actions impact the planet. And that connection kind of stuck with me throughout my life, and now I try and live as conscientiously as possible. So I thrift and donate a lot of my clothes, and I don't use single-use plastic. And then every year I have a tradition of going around my neighborhood and picking up trash on Earth Day, which is actually pretty fun. And this year I got like a whole metal shed, which was exciting. And then this year I also earned my Girl Scouts Gold Award, which is considered like the highest award that a Girl Scout can earn. It's like the equivalent of an Eagle Scout Award. And my thesis was that a connection to nature is important for everyone. And so I decided to make wheelchair accessible planting beds for an assisted living home in Madison, Ohio. It's Lantern Madison. And the beds kind of helped the residents to reestablish a connection to nature that they may have had before they moved into the home, or to create a new one. And now many of the residents love working in and caring for the beds, and growing their own food also allows them to reduce their carbon footprint a little bit, and it saves transportation, energy, and cost. And then, like Mr. McCullough said, I went on an educational trip to Costa Rica, where I had the opportunity to plant saplings in Punta Arenas to help reforest the rainforest and create a wildlife corridor for the animals in Costa Rica, which it was just one of the best opportunities in my life. I loved it. And every senior at my high school is required to come up with an idea for a senior project. And as soon as I heard about the project, I knew I wanted to do something related to conservation. So I haven't done it yet, but I'm planning to do living waste-free for a month. And my goal with the project is kind of to find ways that I can incorporate waste-free living for more than just a month into my life, and kind of extend it as much as I can. So I've always loved doing anything that I feel helps the environment, and I feel so honored to be awarded this scholarship that I hopefully am able to follow a career in environmental science, probably major in environmental science and minor in political science. That may change. And continue to do what I'm so passionate about. I'm excited by the programs offered at UChicago, University of Washington, and University of Michigan. And I'd like to thank my biology teacher, Mrs. Rohr, for telling me about the scholarship, my family for supporting and helping me to grow my passion for the environment, and of course I'd like to thank the Bob McCullough Memorial and Protect Geauga Parks. I feel so thankful that I've been selected to receive the scholarship and to be a recipient of Bob McCullough's continuous generosity. So, thanks so much.
Now we'd like to thank all of our scholars very much. It was wonderful to hear from you. It's time to present our Heroes of Conservation Awards. I believe Jane McCullough, you're going to come on up first and present awards. We're presenting awards to Judy Barnhart, Greg Studen, and Nate Finck. And Jane is our first presenter.
I'm very pleased to be able to give this presentation of Judy's for the award, because Judy has been a very great friend of mine for a long time with the Native Plant Society. We have had a lot of time to get together and to talk about things, and she really is a great naturalist. That's wonderful. And she is retired after nearly 30 years at the Geauga Parks. She was her last position was naturalist and nature education coordinator. And she was great. She was kind of the backbone, as far as I was concerned, of the parks. She's a recognized expert in geology and botany, and she especially likes native plants, which is nice. Her favorites are ferns and wildflowers. And she has led programs for all ages, from the strolls to the Geauga walkers, going out in the woods and getting people excited about the things that she sees around. She also has wonderful spring wildflower walks. And she's had them at the Geauga Park District on all the properties for years. And I hope she is able to continue those a little bit in her retirement. And she is the president right now of our Native Plant Society. She was just elected president at our annual meeting. As far as some of the jobs that she's done, she did curriculum development from the formation of a teacher advisory council for observatory parks, collaborating with Case Western Reserve University Astronomy Department and the Chagrin Valley Astronomical Association. And she's developed programs about the history of the Cleveland and Eastern Interurban Rail Line and the Geauga County maple syrup production. She's very important in that. She developed the whole Swine Creek program there, right